1, 2, 3. You right there?
Yeah, sorry.
Wow. Do you want to fight about it? Or?
You're quite the teacher.
You are perhaps the most intriguing person I've ever met.
Who had the better audition for Bridgerton?
That's a fantastic question. Who had the better audition? Oh, well, actually, no, I do know. I mean, yeah, okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, but that's...
I don't know about his audition, but the fact that I know that you auditioned for different roles, potentially.
Only one other.
Only one other role.
Yeah. But it was just a tape, you're right. I think I got it because I look like Jonathan Bailey, vaguely. I generally think that was all it was.
Hey, you still got it.
I still get it. I know that it's actually you who did the better audition because I was in the room for the audition and people wept. No, it's not. Not me. I didn't weep. I was in the scene. But it wouldn't have been appropriate. But Tom, the director, and Jess Brownell, the showrunner, were very moved by your tape, and it wasn't something they weren't moved by everyone's. They were very moved by yours. So I think it's definitely yours.
That's very nice and very
We
uncomfortable.
never saw you weren't there at my audition, so you don't know. You thought I looked tired.
Well, I thought you just had a bunch of auditions earlier that day.
But it was 11 p.m. in Korea when she was
But I was
doing
so
audition.
wired, and I bought an icy pole to have right after the audition because I knew my blood sugar would be low after the audition.
What's an icy bowl?
Like an icy pole.
What's an icy bowl?
It's not an ice cream, but you know when it's more made from like a...
I've never heard of it.
Okay, great. That must be an Aussie thing.
Yeah.
Does Luke have a secret Instagram account?
1, 2, 3.
I tell him stuff though. I'm like, look at this. He doesn't have it.
Why no Instagram? Because I'd be on it all the time.
Come to the dark side.
No, because I feel like other people, I've watched people do it, and a lot of people I know are much more well equipped at dealing with it. There's something about, I'm very sensitive to the whole idea of like life is going on somewhere else. I've always felt like maybe a little bit on the outside, maybe. And so that's an addictive platform because it will absolutely feed into that idea that like life is going on somewhere else.
It's so cool that you don't have social. I wish I didn't.
It's not cool.
Well, anybody that has a social media account think people that don't have a social media account are very cool.
Where was Yerin when she found out she got cast in Bridgerton?
Oh, fuck.
And you better spell it right too, wherever that is.
Hang on. Okay, 3. You right there?
Yeah, sorry.
3, 2, 1. Was it a bagel shop? I knew it was in Korea, but wasn't your mum eating a bagel?
We were eating a bagel. So technically, kind of, but it wasn't a bagel shop, but it was just a breakfast place, but we were eating bagels.
Okay.
So you get half a point. Not that we're taking
Thank you, I didn't know, yeah.
The excitement was for like, I think about a good 5 minutes. And then very quickly it went, shit, how am I going to do this? Yeah. But I mean, it's always exciting to know that you're going to be leading a show, especially something like Bridgerton. But the pressure and the stress of it all really kicked in. But I do say that I think I deal with well in terms of like, it fuels me to want to do well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to keep an outfit from set?
An outfit. Between
From the
us two, yeah?
two of us?
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. What did you say?
I said you.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, it's me. Also, you got great shirts that we did talk about you potentially like taking and
I know, but I
liking.
never took those.
You never took them.
No.
I'm saying, but the desire was there.
The desire was there. Mostly what I've taken is socks and pants.
Yeah, same. Actually, not even my socks. My socks came up to here. So that was not the case for me.
You get to the end of the day of set, of filming, you're exhausted. You put everything back on, like your clothes, and you're like, oh, fuck, I've left the socks on, the costume socks on. And then you're like, well, I'm not going to take my shoes off again and start again. So, yeah.
Take some socks.
I took some socks.
Who is most likely to listen to music on set?
I was going to say neither. You didn't listen to music?
More likely to.
I've never seen you listen to music.
Really?
Did you?
Yeah.
Where were you?
For a lot of like the more emotional, I would have like one AirPod in.
Yeah.
Listening to some music.
I never
sometimes.
noticed that. Maybe you were just really discreet.
Well, if somebody wants a conversation, that I don't want to block it.
You don't want to be like, shut the fuck up.
Well,
I'm preparing. Yeah.
I'm just aware, so that's why
cool.
I probably have like just one slight one, but just in the background, it just
It's
helps
a lovely
me.
thing to do, I think.
Yeah.
Music's so evocative, isn't
Yeah,
it? Like,
I
it's just
mean,
instant.
It's always instant, and I have a playlist.
Who knows more historical facts about the Regency era?
I couldn't even wait. Oh God, well, you've written something else. Wow. Do you want to fight about it? Or? No, but look, okay, no, I think you're right. I think I know more I know more, not from Bridgerton, because Bridgerton also for me is like this.
Just in general, I have more knowledge.
No, what I'm trying to say, okay, let me try and phrase this. What I mean is, I think I did a play a long time ago about Byron, where I was playing Byron, and for that I did loads of research because it was, a real person, so it was really important that and I just really got into the story. That's all I know about Regency. That's the only reason I put myself down. But actually, I mean, yeah, you.
Well, no, but do you see I put 2 question marks in because
why?
I doubted myself.
That's your self-doubt, and that's your self-hatred.
We're really getting to know me. Oh yeah.
No, I feel like, yeah.
I feel like you're very
Different areas.
Different. Okay, that's
Maybe.
a good way of
Resolving this.
resolving that.
Yeah.
Different areas.
Yeah. I'm sure there'll be some historical wanker who'll be watching the show and be like, well, actually, they'd never sit down. But the fact is it's interesting when people break the rules. Like the rules are there and they're interesting, but actually it's also really interesting when you break the rules. And also part of the effort of Bridgerton, I think, is to sort of loosen up all of that a little bit and play around with it. Like actually, I don't really believe for one second that people didn't slouch a little bit on occasion. I think we have this idea from very certain dramas that that's how things were. And sure, I'm sure there were different codes. But actually, I think you can, as an actor, spend too much time trying to do a museum piece, and that sucks the life out of it. And also the life out of, it's not fun to do, but it also probably makes it less fun to watch because it's not a history lesson. So there's poetic license and you can nod to a certain reality.
Who is most likely to believe in love at first sight?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, this is cheesy as fuck. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Yeah! In different ways. What happened?
I put a question mark there, so I just got rid of it.
Yeah, I think in different ways, I think we do.
I've experienced it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, but that didn't last, did it?
But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
But I do believe in it, and I do feel like I've genuinely experienced it myself.
I think people who don't believe it are people who don't want to believe in it, which is slightly different. I think everyone loves that idea. Why would you not like that idea of meeting someone you have an amazing affinity with straight away? Who's like, no, I don't want that. It's just that some people I think maybe don't let themselves believe in it.
There you go.
There we go. Hot take. Well, it's always really fun to play.
It's so much fun to play. Because it's always something you kind of want.
Yeah.
Deep down inside maybe, or very much on the surface, but it's
wish fulfillment, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That scene when we first meet, which feels very sort of Romeo and Juliet almost. There was part of my brain that was like, oh, we get to do this.
Yeah.
It is. It's wish fulfillment. Often
really fun.
acting is that. Yeah.
What European country was Luke brought up in?
Oh. I also just showed my answer. Yeah, France.
I was going to ask.
Bonjour.
I was going to ask for the region as well. Do you know the region? Do you want me to teach you the region?
Well, it was near Star Academy.
Yeah, it wasn't far from Star
It
Academy.
wasn't.
That's right.
It was like 20 minutes from Star Academy.
There you go. The
Wherever that may
region
be.
is
I do listen.
Seine-et-Marne.
Seine-et-Marne.
That's one river. That's another river.
Oh.
And it's the region just. It's sort of
In
like to the
between?
right of Paris. Yeah.
Oh.
Seine-et-Marne. I went to a French school, so I was known sort of like, I guess, as the English kid in the French school. But then when I moved back to the UK when I was 18, I spoke English, I sounded English, but I had none of the cultural references. So you sort of feel like you're a little bit neither one nor the other.
Where was Yerin born?
Fuck, are you born and bred?
I don't know, man. Maybe I was born in Korea.
I don't think you were. Yeah.
I'm so
Born
bad
and
at
bred.
lying. Born and bred. I'm from down
Born and
under.
bred.
Sydney.
What is your co-star's secret talent?
Secret talent.
Secret talent.
Yeah. He tells everyone.
He tells everyone.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
That's why I
Mine's
said
not very
secret question
yeah, no,
mark
exactly.
piano playing.
Yeah.
He's fantastic at it.
Yerin's an amazing baker. I know this. I do know this. Look, I think you've said how much you enjoy baking.
enjoy
And I
baking.
think that translates as you're very, very good at it. I've got this instinct that you're really, really good at it.
I did bake some cookies and bring them to Sam.
Yeah.
But, okay, great. I'm gonna take it.
Who is most likely to reveal season 4 spoilers?
Out of us two.
Three, 2, 1.
I just
And
forget.
that's saying something, because I'm bad, but I think you're worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's so difficult though, isn't
But
it?
it's so innocent though. Like,
Well, no,
as in, I don't intentionally.
I know you don't.
Go,
Also, it's
"Hey,
so
TMZ."
difficult. No.
Yeah.
But nowadays, like, just the show,
Also, it's been a year and a half.
there's so much stuff that gets
It's-
leaked by the time like this fucking show
Exactly.
releases.
Exactly.
The whole show is out.
It feels
there.
like it's already out, and
It
I
feels
just
like
go,
it's already
you know,
out,
that
yeah.
thing that happened.
Yeah. Can't people just wait? Can't they just be patient?
Yeah. It's just been so long.
It's just not how it works nowadays, is it?
So yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
But
Yerin Hart.
accidentally. Not on
No.
purpose.
And also, like, you haven't given away, like, there's one thing you've given away. Did you? Or was that, were we recording then?
Well, if it was, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. It's all right. They'll cut it. They'll cut it in the edit.